My name is Sarah Becker, and I want you to start thinking differently. Today, we are going to talk about your unseen processes. A lot of fun, in my opinion. So, the vast majority of us work primarily in the digital world. Almost all of our daily tasks in the office are done on our computers. We often can't see the processes that we are a part of. However, that does not mean that they don't exist. Now, when I work with organizations to help them see their processes, I often use Chipotle as an example because who doesn't love Chipotle? And at Chipotle, it is very easy to see the process because it's physical and it's right in front of our eyes. It makes perfect sense the way that everything is lined up. Tortillas, bowls, and taco shells first, then meat and rice. And lastly, the final fixings, the salsa, cheese, lettuce, guacamole. It makes perfect sense how and when your burrito is handed off to the next person. And each worker in line knows which items they are in charge of. They rarely overlap, and your burrito can easily and smoothly and quickly move down the line. It also makes perfect sense that the person in back is cooking and prepping so that the fresh bucket of chicken is ready and delivered at the exact moment that the chicken up front runs out. Nothing extra is in the way of the workers getting their jobs done, and everything is set up perfectly to enable them to succeed. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, really. I used to work downtown Minneapolis. The Chipotle around the corner, oh, it was amazing. The line could be 50 people long, but you knew you could still get your burrito within 5 minutes. Just beautiful. Now, unfortunately, I rarely see this cleanliness and order and beauty within the businesses that I work with. With so many of our processes being digital, we can't physically see them. So we rarely set them up the same way that we would a Chipotle restaurant, which means that things end up getting messy. Really, really messy. So if we stick with our Chipotle example, here is what Chipotle would look like if it was set up in the same way that many of our digital processes are set up. You would have chicken and steak and all the meat in a gazillion different places throughout the restaurant. The tortilla bowls, the burrito bowls, the taco shells, they would also be strewn about the restaurant. The Chipotle employees would be bumping into each other constantly. They would be fighting each other to try and get their respective tasks done. Weirdly, there would also be strawberries, chicken nuggets, celery sticks, peanuts, popcorn, whole array of random items would just be thrown about in between and messing and mixing with all the burrito fixings. Now, all of these items are great on their own. However, they have nothing to do with making a burrito. Also, probably the most frustrating part would be that there would be no one in back preparing the food ahead of time. There would be someone in back. There would be someone assigned that job. However, that person would be waiting for the person in front of them before they even started marinating the chicken. So they wait for the person in front of them to get done, essentially to tell them, hey, we ran out of chicken. And then they would start the marinating process. So can you imagine if your local Chipotle ran this way? What if you were the unfortunate soul who ordered your chicken burrito at the exact moment that the chicken in front ran out? You would be sitting there waiting for the chicken to marinate. Who knows, that might be overnight. Then it would have to get cooked. And then the person would chop it and then bring it up to the front. Can you imagine how frustrated you would be and how long you would be standing in line? You would never, ever go back to that Chipotle. Now, this imaginary scenario may be making you laugh. It always brings a little giggle, gets a giggle out of me as well. Um, but it really is truly how I see so many organizations operating. Are you willing to admit that there is some truth to this? Can you admit that many of the processes that your teams are dealing with more closely resemble the second Chipotle example? Now, the best thing that you can do for your team is to make the unseeable seeable and then reorganize it so that you can run like a real Chipotle. Now, stay tuned to this channel. I'm going to get more into details on how you can do that, how you can make the unseeable seeable. Now, let's all think about and see what we do every day differently. Now, if you enjoyed this little rant, please like, share, and comment. I love to hear from you guys, and the more of us tackling these issues, the better. Have a great day.